Hey everybody, welcome back to another StaticCast gaming video. Today is Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. I hope everyone had a great day today so far, and I hope you've had a good start to the weekend. Yesterday was kind of crazy. Microsoft basically said they were going to double the annual cost of Xbox Live Gold from $60 a year to $120 a year. Now, if you go to the Microsoft website and see, try to sign up for Xbox Live Gold, you don't immediately see an annual option. They give you the $9.99 per month, then you see the $24.99 quarterly option. But if you were to go online and just do a search, or walk into certain stores, like GameStop, Best Buy, they actually offer annual 12 months of Xbox Live Gold for $59.99. So that basically does match Sony's price for $59.99 for 12 months for PlayStation Plus. Now, a lot of people were upset because right now, if you have a PlayStation, you can technically play free to play games like Fortnite and Warframe, Apex, and you don't need to have PlayStation Plus to play those games. However, on an Xbox console, you actually need Xbox Live Gold to even play those games. And on top of that, people were, I think, were just, getting ripped off, felt like they were going to get ripped off because, Sony offers PlayStation Now for 12 months for $59.99 as well. And that's basically their, streaming and game download service, where you can either stream games with and then you have the option to download them to your console or your computer. And so if you were to buy both of these and just pay for it up front for 12 months, you're looking at $120 for both services. And then basically, Microsoft was going to make just Live Gold 120 months for that, $120 a year. And then on top of that, if you want a Game Pass, a regular Game Pass subscription, like monthly or quarterly, or I think it's just monthly, I think they offer. If you look at Game Pass, they offer $9.99 a month for console, and then $9.99 a month for PC. So you'd be, what's $9.99 for 12 months? What does that come out to? That's like about $120 a month. I mean, a year, isn't it? Yeah, it's about $120 a year. So you're paying $120 for Game Pass a year, and then $120 for Xbox Live Gold per year. That's kind of insane. At least that's what I'm assuming, expecting that they would do. And then I guess they're trying to hope that everybody would just consolidate everything by going to Game Pass Ultimate, which includes everything, which when you look at it on paper seems like a good deal, because when you sign up initially, you're getting your first 3 months for just $1. So, and then you get 9 months the first year for $14.99, and you're looking at paying that, what does that end up being, like about $135 the first year then? And then this includes, all the benefits of Game Pass with the games that you get, and then you get Live Gold included and EA Play included. Now, even with this $14.99 a month, which is basically what people are paying for like Netflix now, you can get, you end up paying, I think, what is about $180 a year. If, after the first year, I guess, with this whole, discount stuff, the next year is probably going to just be straight up $14.99 a month. So, that comes out to be about $180 a year, which is still more than if you had PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now at $60 a year each. That's $120 a year for both of those. Now, you could argue and say, well, this does include EA Play too. So, that's basically, and then you could also play the games on your Android mobile phone and tablet from the cloud. But, that ends up being about an extra $5 a month when you think about it, because 180 miles, 120, that's 60. Divide that by 12, that's about $5 a month. So you could probably try and justify it in your mind that it may be worth it to just get all this, but at the end of the day, it's still more than what Sony's offering right now. And I don't really know what Microsoft was thinking. I think they just need to focus. I mean, if people are already paying a little bit more annually with this anyway, you just need to focus on making this better before you increase the price. Add more features or something before you start increasing the price. They were just going to flat out do it with Xbox Live Gold and just double the annual cost. So, if you look at this article here, this is GameRant.com. It actually talks about, let me see here. This is written by Sean MACKEY. It talks about Phil Spencer apologizing, which actually, if he did, I didn't even look at this. So let me just take a look at this yet. But it says here, yesterday, Microsoft announced plans to raise the price of Xbox Live Gold from $60 a year to $120 a year. But that announcement was met with such an instantaneous and furious response that Microsoft reversed the decision not even 24 hours after the initial announcement. Now, head of Xbox Phil Spencer has issued an apology for the incident. Immediately after the announcement, thousands of gamers took to places like Twitter to express their disappointment in such a price hike coming from Microsoft, which has steadily built a reputation over the past few years as a company that presents a great value to gamers. The Series S offers next-gen gaming to those on a budget, and Xbox Game Pass is considered one of the greatest deals in gaming. So the decision to essentially double the cost of an essential gaming service came off as spiteful to many. The overwhelmingly negative reaction Microsoft received essentially forced the company to reverse its decision or risk losing its new reputation as a deal provider. Now Microsoft is trying to save face. Not only has Microsoft reversed the decision to increase the price, but now free-to-play games like Fortnite will no longer require Xbox Live Gold. To save even more face, head of Xbox Phil Spencer has now issued a somewhat public apology. And okay, it looks like this is from Twitter. Somebody posted this. This was 100% the right thing to do by admitting a mistake and quickly correcting it, plus removing Xbox Live Gold requirement for free to play. Good on the leadership at Xbox for listening to the community. And it says here from Phil Spencer, apologies for all the angst and emotion this caused today for our customers. As always, we appreciate the feedback. This is a good learning opportunity for us, and we will learn from it. While Microsoft has yet to truly explain why it needed to raise the price for Gold by so much, some think it was a backwards way into forcing people to upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Gold. The gap between the proposed $120 a year for Gold versus the $180 a year for Game Pass Ultimate makes Game Pass Ultimate seem like a no-brainer on paper. But no one really seemed to fall for the trick based on the internet's reaction, especially when people compared Xbox Live Gold to PlayStation Plus, a completely comparable service that only went up $10 in 2019 from $50 to $60 a year. Xbox Live Gold will continue to be $60 a year for the time being. This February's free games with Gold includes Gears 5, and original Xbox game Indiana Jones and The Emperor's Tomb, among others. The inclusion of Indiana Jones is meant to coincide with the recent announcement that Bethesda Studio Machine Games, both of which Microsoft now owns, will be making a new Indiana Jones game. So, yeah, I guess this is most people's interpretation of this. They probably thought Microsoft was just going to, try and hike the price up for Xbox Live Gold to try and get people to settle for paying a little bit more money by incorporating Game Pass into the deal and just getting Game Pass Ultimate and get everything. I'm not sure what the logic is in that, because like I said, even though you're paying $14.99 a month, which seems pretty decent, for everything that you're getting yearly, that's still $180 a year. So it's still the most expensive package out there when you're comparing it to Nintendo, when you're comparing it to Sony. It still is more money. So I think because it is more money, you need to continue to focus on what you're getting for that money. I would say just throwing even a couple more features or services in there, keep the price the same for a little while, and then, then maybe it can go up a little bit once you get to the point where you're just overflowing with services. I don't know, but I think $180 a year for right now is enough, because this hasn't even been out for a long time. I mean, my Netflix costs went up after I had it for years. I already had it for years, and then they said, "Oh, by the way, your monthly rate's going to go up." And I was like, okay, but it didn't happen right away. This whole thing with Game Pass is still pretty new, and all of a sudden they're making an announcement that they're going to just double the price of Live Gold. Maybe some people don't want to download and play games with Game Pass. Some people may just want to play multiplayer, and that's it. And they just want to pay that monthly subscription, or pay it annually for $60, and that's all they're worried about. And the same thing with people on PlayStation. Some people on PlayStation aren't worried about PS Now. They just want to pay for their PlayStation Plus subscription, and that way they know they can get deals on certain games and offerings, and then they can play multiplayer, and that's all they're worried about. You gotta let I think you gotta let people decide, in their own way, instead of trying to force them. But let me know what you think in the comments about this. What systems do you have? Do you have Switch Online? Do you have PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, or one or the other? Well, I guess you gotta have both. You can't just have PlayStation Now. But which ones do you have? Do you have Game Pass? I was playing PlayStation for, I had a PS4 since it basically came out, and I think early of 2015 I got mine. It wasn't immediately, but I got mine in 2015, and that's all I really played ever since. I never got an Xbox One, so I got incredibly used to just having PlayStation Plus, and I did try PS Now for a year. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was that great. They were supposed to have all these games on it, but I wasn't really seeing anything on there that really took my eye when I had PS Now. But I was just happy with paying for my PlayStation Plus. I even paid for it monthly for a while, and then I took advantage of the annual at one point. But when I switched over to getting the Series X, I had to get used to Microsoft's way of doing things all over again. But when I signed up for it, I signed up for the Game Pass Ultimate, which includes everything. So, but from what I can see in my experience with everything, I do like it. I've downloaded, I think, about 8 games to my Series X from Game Pass, and then I've purchased a few others. And I like the experience. It's super fast. There's a lot of options on there. A lot of EA games on there. I don't think it's a bad service, but hearing what they were about to do to people that had Live Gold and double the annual costs, it just really took me by surprise. So I'm kind of glad that people mouthed off and just really let their feelings out and express themselves about this, because it made Microsoft change their mind right away. And if any of you out there that are watching this did that, I take my hat off to you. Thank you for helping Microsoft turn around and change their mind. But again, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you like the content that I'm putting up, feel free to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you put a comment in, I'll do my best to reply, because that is important that I interact with people that are posting comments on my channel. And I do appreciate everyone that has commented on my videos so far. I know that you probably have so much to do during your day, and for you to actually take time out of your day to watch a video that I'm putting up and comment on it, it really doesn't go unnoticed. I really do appreciate it. Even if I don't reply right away, I do try to make an effort to do that, so just keep that in mind. Alright, everybody. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.